Hello, everyone. A very long time ago, I read a book by Charles Carter, and in that book, he stated that if people died in a group, they would have very similar directions appear. Now, what I found here is a school shooting. Unfortunately, this is an unfortunate event done by this psychopath. But anyway, the horoscopes of the victims are here. There are 15 horoscopes, and I rectified most of them, and I have 6 examples here that I'm going to show. Now, I believe the name of the book was Introduction to Astrology, but I might be wrong. But the main thing is that Charles Carter said that if people die, for example, in a plane crash or in a train crash, that they would have similar directions appear in their horoscopes. And what I found in this investigation is that he was absolutely 100% correct, because in the horoscopes of these children who have unfortunately passed away, and I've rectified them with primary and secondary directions, and I will prove to you what Charles Carter said right now by showing you the directions that appear. And what I've found is something very interesting. Usually there's a planet that's a bit just slightly far away from the cusp of the 6th and 12th house axis, or the 2nd and 8th house axis. Of course, the 8th is a house of death. But let me show you this first example here. If we look at this horoscope here, well, the first thing we notice is Mars is very close to the 6th house, which is an opposition to the 12th. And these types of aspects by themselves not very harmful, but when look this ascendant, it receives a double square, because it radical square here from Uranus and Neptune to the ascendant. On top of that, it squares the ruler of the ascendant. So it's like these 2 planets here, they're squaring the ascendant 4 times. Well, 2 times, if you 2 by 2 is 4. Let me show you the direction here. We can see here, see how the 12th house moves to an opposition with Mars here. At the same time, Saturn, we see Saturn opposing the on the IC. It reaches the IC. In secondary directions, it's the same case. It happens twice. The 12th house and Mars at the same time. So this is one example, okay? Let's take a look at another example here. Let's go with this one. And here we can see the North Node and the 2nd house at the same time. Also, they reach a conjunction here. South Node, 8th house, unfortunate event. Here we have Pluto squaring the 2nd. So like I told you, usually there's a planet here, or the South Node, close to the 8th, separated by a few degrees, or you can have a planet here or here, separated by a few degrees, and when the event happens, we find them in conjunction, and this happens over almost all of these horoscopes. Like, for example, if we look at this one, here we can see the 12th moves to an opposition with Saturn. See, it's very similar to the Mars one. So we have from here to here, from here to here. Let's take a look at this one. Again, 8th house, opposition Mars. Repeated in secondary. See, from here to here. I have 5 horoscopes, not 6. Okay. Okay, let's check this final one here. And this is, he has an exact Venus-Uranus conjunction in the 12th. It's 1 minute apart. And when the 12th house reaches it, the event happens. It's the same with all 5 examples. There are more examples here. You can search, you can try to rectify the horoscopes. But the same thing happens. But this time, look here, the 2nd house, the 8th, moves to a square with the Venus-Uranus conjunction. At the same time, the 12th moves to a conjunction with the conjunction. We have these aspects here. This is a very unfortunate trine, very dangerous. Part of fortune, and the aspect is repeated in secondary directions. Now I believe I've covered them all here. I think I've shown you this one as well. Yes, I did. Well, that's the video for today. I hope you got something out of it. And thank you guys for watching. Please leave a like and comment and hit that subscribe because it helps a lot.